This is the first video, or hopefully many, in a new series where I will be going over a full week of training and basically just talking about how everything went and do a quick recap of each week. So day one here, this was Monday, this was just 2 days post competition, and I sadly forgot my camera, so this is just my phone recording and it's horizontal because that's what works for Instagram stories. But it moved alright. I did 170 for a set of 5 here, and I tried for the first time in a long time to squat without a hip hinge. And that felt surprisingly good. Now for the bench press, I could really feel the fatigue from the competition. In general, my bench press is the lift that gets the most affected by having a really good day or a really bad day. So a lot of fatigue from the competition definitely impacted my bench a lot. I did 125 here for a set of 5 and it felt super heavy but moved alright. This was also my first time trying belt squats and it felt super good. I was not going super heavy or anything like that, just because I wanted to learn the machine and see how it feels. But overall it moved really good. I did 3 sets of 10 with 65 kg. Now coming into day 2, I've added conventional deadlifts back to the program. I have 1 set a week of pause deadlift. Just 1 set of conventional and then some back off sumo for some high reps, and it's really just to learn how the conventional feels again. And then I have pause deadlift for some load restriction so I don't get too heavy with the weights. 1 set of 4 reps with 190 kg here felt pretty easy, around RP5 as was prescribed, and next week I will probably go up to around 200. Then for back offs, I did 3 sets of 7 of sumo deadlift with 180 kg. This did not feel super good, and to be honest my technique was not really super good because I'm not used to doing sets of 7, so it was really hard to make every rep a good rep. So next week there will definitely be some focus on getting some clean reps even though it's sets of 7. Now coming into day 3, we're back at my secondary gym again because we had belt squats on the program once again. Starting up with high bar squats though, 3 sets of 7 here with 140 kg. This is my first time actually doing some volume in high bar ever, I think. One of the reasons for that is my hip flexors normally flare up quite a lot when I'm doing high bar squats like this, but I've switched down to squatting 3 times a week instead of 4 or 5 times a week, so maybe this will get fixed and I can survive doing some high bar squats. This day it actually felt surprisingly good, so we'll see the next few weeks how it goes with the high bar. I'm actually super excited to push these. I'll go up around 5 kg every week. Then I had the same for some close grip bench press, but with a top set here of 140 kg for a set of 1. And now I was pretty much back to baseline strength for the bench press. Then I had my back offs here, 107.5 for 3 sets of 7. All moved fairly easy. But the most exciting lift for the day was actually the belt squats this day. I had 3 sets of 12 this time, but I ended up doing the last set with 100 kg. Now day 1 I did 3 sets of 10 with 65 kg, so I figured for 3 sets of 12, because if it's a new exercise, I could maybe use the same weight or slightly more. So I started with 65 kg and it felt pretty much like RP5 or 7 or something like that. So I moved up to 75 kg and it felt around the same, but it looked super easy in the video. So I decided to move up to 85 and it still was pretty much the same story. So I just decided to go for 100 kg and see how that felt, and now this time it was quite a bit heavier, but it was still around the same, like RP7 I would say ish. So pretty much nailed it there, and figured out that it can feel a lot harder for some accessories than how it actually looks on video. Coming into day 4 was my primary day for all 3 lifts. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail with that because I've made a specific video just for that. However, the squat felt really good and I got up to 187.5 kg for a set of 3. Prescribed RP was 5 and I think I hit it pretty much perfectly. Then I had 2 count bench press with first a single at 145, moved very smooth. It was prescribed as RP5 and was definitely RP5 or below. Then I had some back offs, 122.5 kg for 4 sets of 4, and I figured out that this is where I'm actually. And this long pause bench press made it really challenging for me to keep the tightness throughout the whole lift. So I almost got into a crazy cramp after my second rep here, which is an issue I have normally when I go above 90%. So I think this is a very good variation for me to practice that. And for the deadlifts, I again had a set of 3 at RP5. I did not feel super strong this day, so I ended up going with 240 kg, and that was the right call. It was RP5 or maybe even 5.5 or 6, but definitely not above that, and it was still fairly sub-maximal. Now for day 5, which is the last day, yes, I'm training 5 times a week now instead of 6 that I've been doing the last 2 years. I had a fairly light training session. It was only bench press and then accessories. I had last and press here, a top set of 3 reps with 130 kg, moved pretty smooth around RP 5 to 6 again, and then back offs 4 sets of 5 with 110 kg. And now last up, I did chin-ups. I had 3 sets of AM reps, so just as many reps as I could to RP 10, and I got 14 reps here in the first set, and then I did 10 reps in the second, and also 10 reps in the third set. And man, did I get some sore lats from doing this. Also, this is pretty much my first time going to failure in accessories for definitely over a year. Last up, I just want to say thank you for watching and staying to the end, and I also wanted to ask you what you think of this type of video, and if you will put that in the comment section down below. Come nu!